Hi, my name is Eric Olson, Director of HELPS. I want to talk today about seniors with an RV payment that they can't afford. What are their options? What can they do? Actually, it's a pretty easy answer. First, seniors need to understand that their retirement income, Social Security, pension, disability, VA benefits, is protected by federal law. If they end up owing money to any creditors, the creditors cannot collect from them. They can't take the money their income, even when it's in the bank account, as I'll explain, they can't take it there. So if you've got an RV payment that you can't afford, maybe a spouse passed away, maybe your income has decreased, maybe your health doesn't allow you to use the RV anymore, and it's just a burden on you, a lead weight around your neck, one option you have is to simply stop making the payment and let it go back. You don't need to feel guilty about it. When you entered into the contract with the RV, that was part of the contract that you could let the RV go back. That's one reason they charge you interest on the loan, because a certain percentage of loans the person's gonna have to return the item, and they know they're gonna get it back, and that is covered with the interest that you paid. So it's nothing to feel guilty about. You do not have to pay an RV payment you can't afford to pay. Now, how do you do it? Well, it's kind of difficult to call up the loan company and say, hey, I want to let my RV go back. Sometimes it's easier just to stop making the payment and then wait for them to call you and then let the RV, and then explain that you don't want the RV payment, RV going, you don't want to keep the RV any longer. The reason why, if you call them, you'll never get through to the right person. But if you're behind on the payment, then generally that person who's calling knows who to contact if you don't want to keep the RV. It's been my experience that lenders are a little slow about repossessing RVs. We've had people keep RVs for months, and before they'll get around to picking them up. You do not have to return the RV to the lender. You don't have to go to where you bought it. You can leave it right where it's at. It's up to them to pick up the RV. Some time ago, a person said, well, they wanted us to go cross country to return the RV, and I said, no, you don't need to do that. And I said, how would you get home? And they didn't know, they couldn't afford to get home. So no, it's up to the mortgage company or whoever has the RV financed to work out the details on how to get the RV back. Now, what happens when the RV is repossessed? Well, they're going to sell the RV. They may give you a notice, and usually it's sold for less than what you owe, almost always. And you'll eventually get a letter, which is a notice of deficiency, saying the balance of the loan you owe, okay? And that could be a sizable sum of money, because RV are expensive, and a lot of times they sell after repossession for a lot less than what you owe on it. Well, should you be scared? No. Remember that your Social Security, your pension, your disability, your retirement income is all protected by law. And they can't collect from you. Will they sue you? Maybe, maybe not. In my experience, it doesn't happen a whole lot of times, especially if they know that you're on Social Security and retirement income, because they know they can't collect from you. But a collector will try to intimidate you into paying. And that's where HELPS comes in. We help seniors in all 50 states who owe debt they can't afford to pay. Under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, which is a federal law, when a person is represented by an attorney, collectors may no longer call or send letters to that person anymore, and that's what HELPS does. We represent seniors to stop collector harassment. So people that enroll in our program, we notify the lender to whom you got the deficiency notice saying that you owe X amount of dollars, that we represent you, and we tell them that they're not to bother you anymore, and they won't. Now, in the meantime, if you're letting the RV go back and you're not making the payment, don't drive it unless it's insured. You do not want to drive it if it's uninsured, because if you did that and the police stopped you, you get a ticket for driving uninsured, and you can get your license affected. So you don't want to do that. That also means that you don't have to keep it insured if it's just parked and you're not going to drive it. The lender will get a notice that the insurance canceled. They can put their own insurance on it or force-placed insurance. But as long as you're not driving it, it's okay if you let the insurance lapse or stop making the payment. Hopefully this helps you on a decision on to keep an RV. A lot of seniors end up keeping an RV far longer than they need to, and they worry about it, and they don't need to worry about it. So if you have any more questions, please call HELPS, toll-free 855-HELPS-US, 855-435-7787, or look at our website, www.helpsishere, helps with an S on the end, here, H-E-R-E, .org. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to subscribe to HELP's YouTube channel, click on the button below. We prepare a YouTube video at least once every week dealing with financial issues for seniors and disabled persons. Have a great day.